That's what we gonna be doing. I'm gonna be popping in and dropping a lot more insight as I'm growing as an artist. You still gonna get the music videos, you still gonna get the performances, you still gonna get the freestyles, you're gonna get all of that, but also you're gonna get the behind the scenes, you're gonna get me talking about the journey, you're gonna get the growth aspect. So what's going on? It's your man Būnduke. It's been a minute since I came to talk to y'all, man. So I just want to kind of give an update on everything that's been going on in my life, yo. So I recently moved, I was on the south side, moved more into the city, and now things are a little bit different. So of course, one of the biggest impacts that made into my life is financially. So now I got more bills, but I'm also living in a place that's a lot more convenient. So there's pros and cons. Now I'm finding myself having to switch into a different gear. My main goal is to become an international touring artist, like straight up. That's my ultimate goal. The thing with that is it takes money to invest into that. I'm focused on making some money right now. I know for me in my life, the fastest way that I've ever been able to generate revenue has been through providing marketing services. So I've done things as far as social media management. I ran ads for businesses, help people with emails. I help people build out their back-end marketing systems, CRM, sales processes. The focus now is more leverage. What can I do with all of my skills right there so I can leverage my skills in a shorter amount of time so I can get the biggest amount of revenue, so I can focus the majority of my time back into the music, spending time in the studio, coming up with a different sound, coming up with different vibes that y'all could listen to. So that's what I kind of wanted to talk about today. And it's a double-edged sword because as a creative, you want to stay creative. You want to stay in the studio. You want to stay writing. You want to stay coming up with new ideas. And that's a huge part of what goes on. And then at the same time, I have to be a businessman. One of the main things that I got to focus on is now, as I'm growing and expanding, I can't do everything on my own. I have to start delegating tasks. I have to start operating in a different way as a leader. I have to start prioritizing the major tasks that need to get done and understanding, okay, certain things don't have to get done right now. We got to focus on X, Y, and Z, and A, B, and C, we're going to put that on the back burner. So those are the types of skills that I've been developing and have been thinking about. It's not an easy process whatsoever. It's not. Some of the roadblocks I've been hitting is like every time I want to get creative, sometimes I'm like sitting there thinking like, yo, man, I need to figure out how to get to the money, how to get to the bag. Because it's like, yo, this whole thing of you go online. Well, I know when I go online and I start scrolling, all I see is this way to make money. Oh, here's 5 ways to make money. Here's some things you could be doing right now. And it's kind of like this tug and pull overload of information. Honestly, I really need to just detox from social media. I get on there and I see things, and I'm such a curious person. I have ADD as well. So it's like, yo, I end up finding myself down a rabbit hole of information of something that ain't really gonna impact the biggest part of my life. And so now for me, it's like, yo, stop putting yourself in that negative situation. It's not necessarily even negative. It's more just unnecessary. That's what it is. It's an unnecessary situation that I shouldn't even have to worry about focusing in on, because as a business person, as a rap artist, as a creative, as a brand owner, and that's what I need to be focused on a day-to-day basis, and how I can be growing that and not focusing on building a new business. I need to be focusing and doubling down on a business that I already have. 3 things: music, merch, and marketing. Those 3, that's the 3 M's. You feel me? Saying the millions. I also do motivational speaking, which is another high leverage point. So as I'm moving forward, I'm beginning to realize being an artist it's not just about just being an artist and putting out music. Being an artist, you have to actually be a brand. You actually have to influence people. You actually have to create something impactful. Especially independent, you gotta know how to run your business. As I'm doing more research on running my music business and learning how to market better, learning how to establish more credibility for myself, learn consistently going out to shows, performing, getting in front of more people, gaining more exposure from fans, collecting more data. All of these things come into play. So it's never like you're doing one thing. Even when you think you're doing one thing, there's so much embedded into that. So as I'm focusing on being an artist, what happens is, so you have this one big main goal, but then in order to get to this big main goal, there's a bunch of sub goals that you have to accomplish in order to get to that big main goal. So now on my journey, on my path, oh, I want to be an artist. That means I have to put out content. That means content has to get edited. That means content has to get shot. So like, it's like, who's shooting the content? Who's editing the content? Sometimes I just gotta set my phone up, set up the lights, set up the microphone, set up the computer. You gotta do it all. At the beginning, you gotta do it all. Sometimes you have no choice because people don't necessarily just jump in and want to work with you if they haven't seen you doing anything. So that's what I'm realizing. So I'm building and focusing a lot more energy on creating and doing, and that's gonna allow people to then gravitate towards what I have going on. That's what's gonna capture people's attention. It's lovely, it's stressful, but I can handle it. And you can handle it too. That's a huge thing. I know it's a lot of folks out there that think they can't handle what they actually want to accomplish, or like they can't handle the journey. Like, yo, you ain't got no choice at the end of the day. If that's what you want to accomplish, you want to get to that big goal, you got no choice but to progress through all of these smaller sub goals. And then another big piece of it is putting people into place, like building out my team and realizing, yo, who's really down for me? Who can play a particular role that's gonna add value? And how can we work together so we can all eat, so we can all get paid, so we can all support ourselves and our families? That's the ultimate goal for a lot of people. They want to do what they love, make money, support their family, support their lifestyle. I know that's what I want to do, and I'm assuming there's a lot of people out there like me. So that whole process is such a huge part of what everybody desires, that when I'm bringing people into my team or the people that I'm working with, I'm asking them these questions like, yo, what's your ultimate goal? What you trying to get done? How can we work together in order for us to both accomplish, so I can win and you could win? You know, if I'm winning and you're not winning, it's not gonna work out, because now you're gonna start getting resentful of the situation, and vice versa, the other way around. You winning, I'm not winning. Somebody's not gonna want to work with each other. But if both people are winning, both people see the value in what's actually being implemented and actually what's actually going on. So it's like, all right, well, let's keep going. Let's do it again, and let's do it again, and let's do it again. And these thought processes were starting to change my whole mindset around what I have going on, around my business, around my growth process. And so on a day-to-day basis, that's what I've been thinking about, man. I just wanted to hop on here and just talk to y'all for a little bit, because, you know, I've been having all of these things going on in my head. Even when it comes to just simply recording content and just getting this message out there, sometimes I hesitate, but I'm like, yo, you know, it don't matter, man. I got everything I need. I have no excuse. As a result, that's what it's about. That's what we gonna be doing. I'm gonna be popping in and dropping a lot more insight as I'm growing as an artist. You know, you still gonna get the music videos, you still gonna get the performances, you still gonna get the freestyles, you're gonna get all of that, but also you're gonna get the behind the scenes, you're gonna get me talking about the journey, you're gonna get the growth aspect. So this is what I wanted to pop in here and talk to y'all about. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tuning in and rocking with me for as long as y'all do, yo, because you could be watching anything else. You could be tapping in with anybody else, but you here rocking with me, and I appreciate you. Make sure you show some love on this video, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. I'm out.